Good morning, everyone. My name is Lian Han. Today, I'm very excited to share my next read with you. After spending the most past few weeks reading Still Alice, a novel that is incredibly realistic and deeply heartbreaking, I decided I needed a change of pace. So, for my next read, I'm choosing a completely different world. I'm going to read a classic fantasy novel, The Hobbit. Here is a quick overview of my presentation today. First, I will talk about my motivation, why I choose this specific book right after reading Still Alice. Then I will share some basic information about the book. After that, I will share a quote that caught my attention, and finally what I expect to experience from reading it. Let's start with my motivation. Why The Hobbit? To be honest, reading Still Alice was a heavy emotional journey. We watched Alice slowly lose her memories, her identity, and her control over her own life. Her world was constantly shrinking. Because of this heavy reality, I want my next read to be an escape. A Hobbit is the exact opposite of Alice's situation. It's a story about a character who steps out of his comfort zone to explore an expanding magical world. Instead of losing control to a disease, the main character makes a brave choice to go on an adventure. I think a fun high fantasy novel is exactly what I need to heal my heart right now. Here is some basic information. The book is written by the legendary author George R. R. Tolkien and was published in 1937. It is one of the most famous high fantasy novels in history. Since I haven't read the book yet, I only know the basic premise from the book cover and the movie trailers. It's about a creature called the Hobbit named Bilbo Baggins. He loves his peaceful, comfortable, and predictable life, but one day, a wizard named Gandalf knocks on his door and invites him on an unexpected journey to reclaim a stolen treasure from a dragon. This is the starting point of the story, and I purposely didn't read any further because I want to avoid spoilers. While I was doing some research online, I found the very first sentence of the novel, and I instantly loved it. It says, "In a hole in the ground there lived a hobbit. It was a hobbit hole, and that means comfort." This quote appeals to me so much because it sets a very warm and safe tone. It makes me feel like I'm sitting in a cozy room, getting ready to listen to a good bedtime story. It also makes me wonder, why would someone who loves comfort so much decide to leave his home and face dangerous monsters? That makes me really want to open the book and find out. As for my expectations, first of all, I expect pure fun and a great adventure. I want to get completely lost in Middle-earth. Secondly, from a language learning perspective, I know Tolkien is famous for his beautiful descriptions of nature and landscapes, so I expect to learn a lot of descriptive English vocabulary. Finally, I have seen clips of the movies, but I expect the original novel to have much more detail and depth while the movie couldn't capture. In conclusion, After facing the tragic reality of Alzheimer's disease with Alice, I'm more than ready to pack my bags and join Bilbo Baggins on his unexpected journey. If any of you are also looking for a break from reality and want to experience some magic, I highly recommend you put The Hobbit on your reading list too. Thank you very much for listening to my presentation.